What led you to decide to go with Tristan on Joel at the end of both regulation and overtime?
I mean, there's just a trust there. Tristan studies the game. He understands his opponent. He's not afraid of the moment. And, as long as I've been around Tristan, Tristan always finds a way to impact winning. So when you got a guy like that, you believe in him, you give him a chance.
Obviously, you guys had a really nice first half. You're up 18 early in the third quarter, and everything changes. What allowed you guys to persevere and come back in overtime and pull that one out? And I think you've won 4 in a row, including beating Denver on Sunday. Do you feel like you're starting to get some momentum after a bit of a choppy start?
Yeah, I mean, I think the mental toughness, the trust in one another, and, just not wanting to let go of the rope because they didn't want to let each other down. I think it's something for us, obviously, to learn from. That fourth quarter, the game got more physical. They started to deny more things, put their hands on us more. And that's when, we have to move more and make them chase us a little bit more. But, these guys want to do it for each other. And, the Cavaliers' way is always, the team is greater than the individual. And these guys bought into it. And, again, they're just figuring out, who we are. And that was going to take some time. So, it's a long season. And, our job is just to continue to get better. And I think that's what we're doing.
Chris.
Hey, JB.
What's up, Chris?
Are you aware that you're still alive in the in-season tournament? And if so, what does that mean to you?
Yeah. And, it's an opportunity to win. And anytime you have an opportunity to win, it matters. You put a trophy in front of guys, you put a championship in front of guys, and it matters. There's a, sense of pressure that's good for growth for games that are meaningful like tonight's game and this tournament is. So it's an opportunity for our guys to play in adverse conditions with one another. And, again, when you play in those types of situations, you gain experience and, you gain that trust because it's just, us against everybody else. So I think it's great for us.
Jokic the other night, Embiid tonight. What did you see from Jarrett in this 2-game stretch and specifically tonight against Embiid?
I mean, Jarrett's a hell of a player in a lot of different ways. He's fearless. He takes challenges. He knows how to impact the game on both ends of the floor. And, again, he does it for his teammates. There's not a selfish bone in his body. He knows he's got to do a job. A lot of times it's a thankless job, right? They don't put stops in a stat sheet. They don't put denials in a stat sheet. But he knows what's necessary to help us win, and he goes out and does it.
What explanation did you get on the flagrant foul on Max?
Just the level of contact to the head was what I was told. But that's a tough play, right? Max goes vertical. Player goes into him. Naturally, your arms are going to come down, and if he hits you with enough force, that's what's going to happen. So it is what it is. We'll move on.
On a balanced scoring tonight for your team, just think about the way you guys just kind of been sharing the ball, sharing the offense. Is that something that this team's been doing a lot of recently? I asked this question, it's the first time I've seen you, but is that something that this team is learning to try and do as well? Yeah,
I mean, that's who we want to be. We talk about controlling things that we can control, how hard we compete, and how selfless we can play the game. To have 33 assists on 46 field goals, it shows that the ball is moving. Everybody's participating in the offense. Again, you look down the line, and almost everybody who played had at least, one assist. So, everybody's bought into it. The better our team is, the better we're going to be. And to share the ball shows, again, the trust, but a willingness to be a part of the team.
Asked you about George before the game. How big was he for you tonight, especially given how quickly he had to enter when Mobley got in foul trouble?
Yeah, George was awesome. We talk about that spirit that he plays with. But he did some things tonight where in pressure situations, he beat his man and got to the paint, made a couple tough floaters, obviously made a couple of threes. But he's an important part to us. He's one of the guys that's been through it. He's got that experience. He enjoys playing in these competitive moments. And I'm sure he enjoyed getting this win coming back here.
Anything else? Last one, Chris. Go ahead.
Can you just speak to Darius's impact tonight?
Yeah, it was, put the ball in my hands and take the game over. Down the stretch. he fought through a lot of minutes and fatigue and a lot of pressure. But he just continued to make play after play and, had nerves of steel, stepping up, making big free throws. I heard him call glass on a 3 that he banked in. So he was he was great all around.
And then did you draw up that final play for him?
Yes. Yeah, the ball was going to be in Darius's hands. He was going to take us home.